Okay, so now we're going to take the next section of the tune. I think we're up to 5 or 17 or something like that. Anyway, this next part, this is another challenging part of the tune, okay? Some of these licks get pretty active, both in terms of speed and notes per second, but also in terms of the rhythm. The rhythmic phrasing is a little bit difficult, so I'm going to do my best to try to display some of these licks for you, but who knows? We'll see. All right, again, we're taking 4-bar phrases, 4 bars at a time, okay? Now, again, we're coming out of this double stop thing that we did on the first and second string, so that's pretty much where this first lick begins, okay, is coming out of that last section, okay? So we're going to start from that first double stop. I'll play the lick one time and then we'll talk about it. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Again, starting off with this double stop. 2nd fret, 14th fret. Okay, then slides up to 19, high B note on the first string, and then this. Okay. Pull-offs from 19 to 16. Okay, and then whole step bend of 19. Release, pull off. So those 2 pull-offs again. All right. Come to 21. Okay, just blues lick, right? So there's the whole thing one more time, a little bit slower. Add some vibrato on that last note for some grease. Now again, it's not in a real cut and dry rhythm, nor it should be. You know, when you hear great blues players, they're not really playing really directly on the beats or even on the in-between beats for that matter. What they're playing rhythmically is just kind of floating over the top. It's definitely what he gets going here, and it's very soulful, man. I mean, just very good bluesy phrasing in this little section of the tune. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the next 4-bar phrase, and again, this one rhythmically is a little arrhythmic, you know. It's just kind of floating over, you know, the underlying rhythm, and it's not really in any rhythmic pocket. Yeah, it's close, you know. The next 2 licks are just kind of, again, they don't have a real cut and dry rhythm, so I'm going to do the best I can to imitate them, and hopefully so will you. All right, so anyway, here we go. Here's this next lick. I'm going to play it a couple times, and hopefully I'll get a good one. So anyway, something pretty close to that, all right? Let's go through it. Again, we're down here in the 4th position. So a lot of this is based on, you know, G sharp minor pentatonic or B major pentatonic. You know, or the blues scale, you know, the B major blues scale, G sharp minor blues scale, whatever you want to call it. So again, this is pretty bluesy, you know, through here. So that's the underlying scale that we're using. All right. So anyway, starts it off in pretty typical blues kind of fashion. A couple bent notes at 3rd string, 6th fret, and then this. All right, typical bluesy kind of thing. Then this on the 3rd string. Okay, so all together that gives us. All right. Again, it's going by much quicker. And then the next little segment is this. All right, let's do that one more time. Again, pretty much a straightforward blues run, just played really quick. Bend. Pull off here on the 3rd string. Pull off here. Slide down from 6. Pull off. And then slide back up to 4 and some grease. Again, you know, I'm trying to come as close as I can to what he played for right now, but you know, when you do your own rendition of this, you know, you can mix it up a little bit. You can make it your own. You know, you can change it, you know, a little bit and just do what you want with it. You know, but again, it is a good idea. I know I've said this before already in this lesson, but it is a good idea to really try to imitate the great players, just to get a sense of their phrasing, their note choice, and their nuances, their articulation, and, you know, really try to imitate it closely before you go off and try doing your own thing with it. Okay, so now I'm going to try to play all that a little bit faster, play it a couple times in a row, and maybe it'll start to come together. Okay, now the next 4-bar lick. This one definitely has sort of an arrhythmic quality to it. Okay, so just, again, I'm going to try my best to play it close to the way he plays it rhythmically. But again, it just kind of floats over the top and there's no real strict rhythmic definition to it, okay? Anyway, here it is, something like this. Now again, just from hearing me play that without accompaniment, it definitely sounds like there's no pulse again. I'm just trying to imitate the way he played it. So it starts off again with a real bluesy sounding phrase. This time we're up here in 7th position, okay? All right? Now here's another spot where I think the whammy bar comes into play. Once he has this note bent, I think he pulls up on the bar and then brings it back down. He might be pushing back on the bridge maybe, I'm not really sure. I didn't actually get to see him play this verbatim. But with the Floyd Rose style bridge, you can even push down on the bridge a little bit and make the pitch of the notes go sharp. So I think that might be what he's doing. Or pulling up on the bar just a little bit. I tried my best just to imitate it without the bar, as you could probably tell. Okay, blues players like Albert King, you know, they used to do that kind of thing all the time. You know, wide bands. So anyway, something like that. That intonation was a little iffy. Okay, anyway, coming out of that, all this happens really fast, okay? After the bend, a release of the bend, pull off to 7, hammer on to 9, and then gets right out of that to this. All right, on the 2nd string, it's 12, 11, 9, 11. All played using pull-offs, except for that first note. So here's what we have so far. Okay, then without picking, pull off to 9, 11, 9, slide back to 7. All right, happens pretty quick. And after that, again, without picking, hammer on 9, pull off, slide, and then eventually, it's our last attack right there, 5 up to 7 on the 2nd string. Or you could do this, 9 up to 11 on the 3rd string if you like the sounds a little fatter on the 3rd string. So again, here's what we have all together, this 4-bar phrase. I'm going to play it slowly and then try to speed it up and hopefully make it sound like the real deal. And that's another thing, at the very end of that lick, he slides up because he's going up into the higher position again. Now, one of the main things about this lick is the transition from that sort of bluesy thing to the little position shift up here to get that 12th fret note. So you should try to get from this. All right, again, there's other ways to play these specific notes. This is the way that I'm choosing to do it for whatever reason. You just got to get from this up to that, so you're leading into that 12th fret note with your pinky. And then once you pick this note, there's no more pick for a while until you get to that last attack. And then to slide up if you want to make it sound exactly like the original. So here it is one last time. Okay, now one more 4-bar phrase in this section. And 2 short, fairly easy licks. Okay, the first one's high, the second one's low. First one is up here. I'll go ahead and play both of them for you, then we'll talk about it. Okay, fairly simple stuff. Again, real bluesy kind of sounding thing up here. Bending 21 on the 1st string. Slow release, 19, and then slight overbend. You know, and that's what makes it sound really bluesy. And these are the type of licks that you should really try to cop as exact as possible in terms of the pitch and the, you know, the way he just really milks that first note. Overbends, slightly overbends that second note, that second bend, and then cuts it off without hearing the release of the bend. And then this down here is just a simple slide. 4th string, 4th fret, up to 6 and back. And again, the intensity really lowers here because he's getting ready to go back into the melody again. Okay, so now what I'm going to attempt to do is I'm going to go back and play this last section, this last 16-bar section with some of those more troublesome licks. So anyway, see how it goes.